Hi everybody, how's it going? I'm Zero.
I'm DK.
And I'm Rizzo.
And this is Otaku Saga Talks.
Where we talk.
Yeah.
This time about spring 2019, what we're watching.
So, yeah, honestly, looking at spring 2019, there weren't a crap load of ones that I really wanted to watch. But at least it'll be more than winter.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
With your host.
Anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So, first up, obviously, we're going to be continuing with Tate no Yuusha.
Hashtag Shield Day.
Yay.
We love Tate no Yuusha here. It's a fucking awesome series. And I am highly looking forward to where it goes next.
More cursed shields. Because the Iron Man was fucking awesome this week.
Yeah. Anyway, moving...
Shield lives matter, yes.
Shield lives matter. So, the actual... Okay, this is not the first new series, per se.
But it is a new season. Bungo Stray Dogs.
But it is a new season. Bungo Stray Dogs, which we are mostly caught up on. Except for the OVAs.
Except for the OVAs, but... That's easily remedied.
Yeah, probably.
I just hope they don't go into another 3-episode Does-I backstory, because that shit was whack.
Right.
But the rest of the series has been fucking gold. Absolutely looking forward to the new season.
But yeah, I mean, we don't really need to read off anything else about Bungo Stray Dogs. It's pretty much a known quantity on our channel.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So next up we have...
Isekai Quartet.
An amalgamation
Of gloriousness. Of Overlord.
Isekai Avengers.
But yes, Overlord, Konosuba,
ReZero, and
Yojo
Senki.
What? So basically all the
What?
big, basically all the
fuck?
basically all the big Katakawa Isekai properties getting together for a super deformed Omake series.
And what's really going to be funny is like Amelia meeting up with Megumin, I think it was.
Yeah, because Amelia and Megumin are voiced by the same voice actors.
And I'm pretty sure that there's other voice actors that are doing similar roles.
Well, forget the voice actors kind of, different characters. What about the characters?
Yeah.
Tanya, meeting, basically anyone from Konosuba. Good God. Or Tanya meeting Albedo. Or
Useless Goddess and Tanya in the same room. Aqua and Tanya.
Or Kazuma and Ainz getting together and having a chat. Right?
Or any of the people brought over from Japan getting together and having a chat.
Right, because one of the great things about the humor in almost all these series is just how toxic the relationship between characters
You
are.
say this is listed from livechart.me.
Yep, so go there if you want to follow along.
That's the one we use to figure out the anime that we're going to watch every season.
But one reservation I do have, I've seen the PVs, it does look great, but sort of super deformed Omake series like this tend to fall flat. We've seen it with, the Hoto Shinken one, and Shingeki no Kyojin, or Middle School. I forgot exactly what the title of that was. I'm hoping this doesn't suffer the same fate. I've seen little snippets, little PVs they've had, and it does look great.
Well, how this works, apparently, according to the synopsis, a mysterious switch appears one day. When pressing it, they were sent to a different alternative world. These are also characters from other alternative worlds gathered together?
And the exclamation and question mark.
Yeah.
Like, you can't expect it to be too heavy on the plot here.
Right.
It is a crossover comedy series.
One thing I'm kind of curious about. So, Cosma goes up, hits a switch, right?
Right.
And disappears. Nobody else in that party is going to touch that switch.
Yeah, but them talking about it is going to be hilarious.
But
Try to kill Heinz.
in any
Well,
case,
she would. He's an undead.
as things.
Oh God, no! Undead are attracted to Aqua. And what do you think Albedo's going to think of that?
No.
Like I said, just all these toxic relationships
Shit.
mingling together. This shit's going to be off the hook.
She's gonna try to turn undead, and he's going to no-sell that.
And Albedo and Shaltair are going to be
She's
pissed.
a literal god,
Yep.
and he's overpowered. Who wins?
We
still wanna know.
We, the viewers, we win. We all win for this. So this could be animated of the fucking year right here.
Generally, we don't do shorts on a weekly
But
basis.
this one's a special.
We got to
case.
make an exception for this.
Every one of these series we have watched, we have loved. We haven't finished Overlord.
Not entirely.
Not entirely.
Only a couple episodes back on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to diminish the fact that we're going to thoroughly enjoy this. So, anyway,
Moving on to
Possibly
the next
comedy
one.
of the year right here.
yeah.
Moving on to the next one.
Another candidate for comedy of the year right here. One Punch Man season 2. But
I do have
With
to
a
admit,
caveat.
what I've seen on it makes me very hesitant.
especially the letters J, C, and the word staff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JC staph infection, as Ryusei says. I pray
Winning.
for their sake that they do not fuck it up.
Well, if they do, we know where to send the bricks. I mean, I think animation, being wonky, shouldn't ruin the humor that much. And that's what really drove One Punch Man, I think.
True.
Kumo says
But
he wishes the second season was called Two Punch Man.
I mean, you do have to admit, the first season, the animation was like a labor of love.
It really
That
was.
is true. Especially in the final fight with Boros.
It was godly. So, if JC Staff really fucks it up, I'm going to be really disappointed. Not saying that I'll hate the series or anything. I won't be mad. I'll just be disappointed.
Kind of like a parent when he discovers your love of anime.
But yeah, so I have seen the trailer. I mean, I think we all have, or have you?
I have not.
You haven't. I do like the fact that they brought what was it?
I'm with you, Senrike.
Jam. I forgot who sings it.
Jam Project?
Jam Project. I think that they brought Jam Project to do the opening again.
That would be cool.
It is a different song though,
Well, yeah.
and I still
Hopefully it's just as epic considering the group.
there is still the one punch scream in the opening, so that I know for sure.
But again, I mean, ever since the fight with Boros, he has to be called Two Punch Man or Consecutive Punches Man. Or One Punch Man, but never mind.
But yeah. Still looking forward to it. Even if JC Staff kind of messes it up, we're probably going to finish watching it in the entirety. And if it fails, we probably won't go any further.
Yeah, agreed. I think the humor will be more than enough to drive the series, even if JC Staff's animation isn't up to par with their first season.
I mean, you can only hope, right?
Pretty much. At this point, it'll have to be.
Yeah.
For us to continue with it.
Anyway, so next one. We have one that I recommended because I read the manga for it.
And this
manga is hilarious.
This better be funny, boy.
It's called Bokutachi wa Benkyo ga Dekinai, or We Never Learn.
High school.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never
Comedy, edgy, harem, romance, school, shonen, slice of life. Now, I did watch the PVs. The PVs aren't good. I'll admit that. Like, the animation's not that good, and the way that they structured the PVs aren't very good. But as long as they're following the manga, they really can't mess it up too bad. But I'll actually read off this description since it's actually a new series. Ogata Rizu may be a science genius and Furuhashi Fumino is a literary prodigy, but Ogata is aiming for a liberal arts school and Furuhashi is aiming for a science school, and they're both clueless outside of their fields of expertise. On top of that, Takemono Uruka is a genius in the athletic field, but really bad in all the others. Hang on.
2 out of 2.
It's the same description, Mouse.
Rip.
Critical.
Let me see. Where was I?
This is actually different.
Together, they study very hard and want to get better at their worst subjects, while Fumino and Ogata want to go to college and work on these subjects for life. That was a really bad description for that, actually. What they left out of the description is the main character is basically blackmailed by the principal into what do you call it? Tutoring the other students in order for him to get a scholarship. He's aiming for the scholarship because his family is very poor. Like very, very poor.
Okay. So kind of vibes of what to maybe equate this with? Vibes of like say a little Denpa Kyoshi, a little bit of Bakken Test. Trying to think of a few other ones here. Golden? Nah. Anyway, those are two I can think of right now.
It's a really funny series, and it's actually a very good harem series. Normally in harem series, I find myself like I'll pick one girl that I like,
right,
and all the other ones kind of suck.
You'll pick one and she'll never win. That's the rule.
In this one, I like all of them.
Oh,
like they're all really good.
Interesting.
Even the teacher route, which I typically don't like.
Well,
so
if you recommend it that much, your head is on the chopping block. It does look pretty good. So
yeah,
it has a lot of potential.
It's one of those few manga series that I keep up with like every week or every time it's released at least.
Alrighty.
So yeah.
Someone had pet poor Mouse. He's really feeling bad about the card.
It's okay. It's okay. Mouse works very hard.
Yes.
Anyway, on to the next one.
So that's all of the green series that we have.
Yep. So like all ones up to now, it's guaranteed we're watching. Everything else, we're looking at.
So what we've decided to do for all the other ones is we're gonna film our reaction to the first episode, and then decide what we want to do from there before we actually post it.
Yeah, I mean, if we like it, want to continue with it, it'll go to YouTube. If not, we'll our lovely people on Patreon get some exclusive content. Right.
Basically, we don't want to keep uploading stuff that we're not going to keep doing to YouTube. So we don't want to get people's hopes up.
Yeah.
So,
and also, let us know if what you guys think about these specific series.
Right.
Maybe if there's a lot of support for them, we may throw them up.
Yeah, maybe if demand's there.
Yeah. So anyway, the first of those,
Fairy Gone. Interesting name.
First it was Tail, now it's Gone.
Action, demons, fantasy, magic, supernatural from PA Works.
Right up my alley.
Kind of a...
It's actually an original, which when it comes to originals, PA Works typically has a good track record.
And from the PV, it looks amazing.
It has like a sort of 19th century monster hunting Van Helsing vibe to it, with shades of Attack on Titan.
Well, yeah, at least he finally got in here.
Or actually, not Attack on Titan. What's the one with all the vampires?
Owari of the End.
Owari no Seraph.
Yeah,
that one.
Or Seraph of the End.
But it really looks okay. We've actually figured. Wasn't this the one where it was a Kenichi?
The director.
Suzuki. What didn't he also work on like Hellsing and Drifters and stuff like that? Was that this one or was that somewhere else?
I don't know. You can pull it up on your computer. Since I don't have a computer that I can use in front of me.
Yeah, it's kind of occupied at the moment.
So the director directed Drifters and
Hellsing Ultimate
and Hataraku Saibo.
Hataraku Saibo
worked on some JoJo stuff.
The director has a good
good track record, and I think because of that, this has a good chance of going from yellow to green. It just really depends on how the first episode goes, because I don't know.
Yeah, we
really
just
don't know.
weren't sure about it.
There's a lot of series this season that have potential. They could be total hits or total misses.
But with that said,
that's it.
The anime is set in a world where fairies possess and reside within animals, granting them special powers. By surgically removing and transplanting the organs of a possessed animal into a human, humans can partially summon the fairy and use it as a weapon.
That's not how this works. Enjoy your hepatitis.
Enjoy your weird diseases.
Legionnaire's disease.
Eventually, such individuals were used for war and were called fairy soldiers.
Oh, so not just the Air Force.
That's a Navy joke and you know it.
After a long war, these soldiers lost their purpose and had to reintegrate into society. From the government to the mafia and even becoming terrorists, each tread their own path. The story begins 9 years after the end of the war and centers on the protagonist Maria. Maria is a fresh recruit of Dorothea.
Call it Tati and you die.
The organization dedicated to the investigation and suppression of fairy-related crimes and incidents. Even in peacetime, the government is still unstable after the war. Many criminals still have lingering wounds from the previous conflict, and there are terrorist groups bent on revenge. This is the story of fairy soldiers seeking their own justice in a chaotic post-war world.
All right, so throw in some shades of Violet Evergarden, perhaps.
Yeah, I do like post-war stories.
Violet Evergarden. I made the relation between Gangsta with what's his name, the main
with Nico.
Yeah, main talkless guy.
Talkless. Mute.
Yeah, mute. I can English good. I'm sorry.
It's the new talkless guy.
Well, for a second, I thought you said topless.
Where's your head at?
The gutter.
My head is here. My ears, however, do not hear so good.
What?
Anyway. So yeah, I mean, it looks cool. Looks very dark, gritty, and could probably turn green pretty quick.
A lot of potential in this one.
Yep.
But there is still also a lot of potential to fail.
So anyway,
next. Fruits baskets.
So this one, it was a green. It really was. But then like we were sitting and talking about it, and we realized that it's not typically the type of series that we would normally do.
Like, at all?
And I don't know if our audience would even want to really see a shoujo series.
Well, they probably say do it anyway, just because they want to add to our workload. But...
So that's why I didn't want to just jump in and be like, yeah, we're absolutely watching it. Also, it's probably going to end up being really long too.
Yeah.
Well, if it's giving the franchise the Brotherhood treatment, the Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood treatment, yeah, it's going to go, cover what they covered in the original anime, and then go beyond it.
Of course, the mangaka hated the original anime. The original anime, in comparison to the manga, was trash.
As was often the case of anime back in the day.
So, Fruits Basket was an anime that I watched way back in the day. Like, when I first started getting into anime way back in the day. And then, afterwards, I read the manga, which was it was actually one of the first times for me that I had watched an anime. And then I heard that the manga was different, so I went and read the manga.
Wait, the anime had a character's gender wrong?
Yes. Don't say anything else. That's a fucking spoiler. Well, it's a spoiler to anybody who doesn't know it.
So don't say it. But anyway, Fruits Basket. First season. Oh dear, indeed.
I think they're doing split cores. Is that right?
It's like Boku no Hero.
What? Probably a little closer together than that, but it looks like what they're doing is like.
Or say okay.
So yeah, they're probably doing like 2 cores and then a core off.
Then a couple more.
Yeah, next My Hero season is in fall. But yeah, I don't know. So Fruits Basket, I'm gonna watch it. I am gonna watch the whole thing. I just don't know if we're gonna react to it.
Yeah.
Like, I really want to know what you guys think and what you guys want.
When this anime first showed up, I avoided it like the plague.
Because like everyone you knew and their mother was watching it.
Everyone, well, not only that, everyone that I didn't like was watching this.
Fair enough.
Not necessarily that you were watching it, because if you watched it and you were like, "Hey, you should watch this," I might have actually said yes.
Yeah, but I didn't like. I wasn't the type of person back then who would go and recommend stuff.
Yeah, but
I just watched an absolute fuck ton of anime.
yeah, people who maybe I don't want to say didn't like, but there was a certain group of people who watched this that got on my nerves.
Anyway, getting too personal here.
I don't know.
Basically, because people that you didn't necessarily care for that much were really into it, you didn't want to watch it.
So, I mean, that's why I haven't watched. I know what the premise is.
I think most anime fans do.
Other than that,
It's one of those series.
I'm completely lost on Fruits Baskets.
So yeah, comedy, drama, fantasy, romance, shoujo, slice of life, supernatural. Comedy more on the front end, drama more on the back end.
And a whole lot of awkward hugging throughout.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess you want to go ahead and read off the...
Alrighty. High school student Toru Honda begins living alone in a tent after she loses her mother, press F, who was her only remaining family member. However, it turns out the land she pitches her tent on is part of a distinguished Shoma family, right?
Yeah.
Soma.
Soma.
Yeah, Soma. That's the distinguished Soma family. Sorry.
You got that.
I'm just kind of... Damn, that's my place.
You're at the very beginning.
Me too. All right. Shigure Soma sees the value of her housekeeping skills, that and all the wonderful sexist connotations that conjures up. Toru ends up living with Yuki Soma, who is essentially the prince of her school, and Kyo Soma, who regards Yuki as the enemy. The G.I. Joe theme song's going through my head with that phrasing right there. Goro the enemy. Anyway, still there's something Toru doesn't know yet. The Soma family has been bound for centuries by a horrible curse. ...
Right. But yeah, I mean, at this point, I would assume that anybody who's been watching anime for a while probably knows of Fruits Basket at least.
Or has seen some clips here and there.
If you don't know what it is, the rock you've been under is so far underground, I'm very surprised you know where to find us.
Okay, to be fair, it is kind of one of those series, but it didn't receive like all the exposure of, like, say, a Trigun or a Cowboy Bebop or something like that. But it is still kind of...
I don't know.
Yeah. I really don't know. Because there's a lot of people I know who knows of Fruits Baskets who have no idea what Trigun is.
Fair enough, but our circle of people are kind of more like us than like a straight up, I wouldn't even say just like casual fan, just like an outside observer.
But yeah.
But anyway.
So yeah, like I said, let us know what you guys want.
Because at the same time,
we'll at least record the first episode.
As Rizzo said, the first half is supposed to be like comedy-ish, and the second half kind of dives more into drama.
Well, it's one of those things where you get a comedy series that has drama elements in it. It almost always devolves into just drama at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen it with Love Hina, big time with Love Hina. You've seen it with Ayuri Aoshi, his and her circumstances, sort of like shoujo-y or harem or romantic or comedies or something like that of like the late 90s, early 2000s. It's really funny for a while, and then it gets really serious. Or at least, comparatively speaking, more serious than it was before.
Anyway, So I think we've talked about this one enough.
Yes, we have. Next.
So next we have Goon Joe No Mag, an action adventure, comedy, fantasy, shonen, supernatural from Perot,
starring the metal-bending Hitler Youth.
Well, I mean, we did watch the PV, and that's not necessarily what that is.
I know, but I'm going to call him that.
This was a Chinese manga. Oh no! Abort!
No, fuck this shit.
Anyway,
it may be a Chinese manga, but it is done by an actual
the
studio Piro.
Yeah, it's not like it's done by what was that?
So all right, so Chinese manga brought to you by the guys who brought us Naruto.
However, it is also still Perot, which
Yeah.
They don't have the cleanest track record.
All right, let me just put it this way: their logo is a fucking clown. That's what the name comes from too. It's a clown. I'll leave it to you to infer what I mean by that.
Yeah, what Yuki said.
Yeah,
Creators Impact is not doing it.
Creator Impact, yeah. Goon Joe No Mag, Magmel of the Sea Blue.
Now, I'm very interested in the premise. I'm very interested in where this story could go.
Right, but I also don't have the highest of hopes for it, which is why it's yellow.
I ain't holding my breath, honestly.
A new continent named Magmel suddenly appears in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
It sounds boring, so it's good.
Ushering in an exciting new age of exploration. Explorers venture to the island to find previously unknown fauna, flora, and mineral resources, but experience one disaster after another.
Hitler Youth and Abyss.
I don't know. There's a reason why it's yellow. Let's just say that.
I mean, it really has. It would really have to grab us. This is definitely one that has the potential to just. We watched the first episode and it just dropped.
Yeah, again, total hit or miss. It could be incredible. It could be incredibly awful.
Because I would love to see a good exploration, little fun adventure thing with a supernatural element. I think that'd be absolutely fun. But we'll see how it goes.
Pretty much. That's all I had on it.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah.
So I guess moving on again.
Kenja no Mago. Mago?
Mago.
Yeah.
Action, comedy, fantasy, magic from Silverlink. Based on a light novel.
That title's way too short for that.
Right? Are you sure it's based off a light novel? It's another isekai.
Another isekai. Well, this is...
At least it's not one of those stupid-ass isekai where, the boy turns into, like, a fucking vending machine or a hot springs or something retarded like that.
Yeah, this is more like Yojo Senki or Knights and Magic, where the person is reincarnated as a baby, as a unborn child in this world, and grows up in this world.
So, I'd recommend you read off that, because that's all English.
Okay. A young man who died in an accident was reborn in another world as a baby and adopted by its legendary hero, Sage, Merlin Wolford. Wow. My English sucks. Merlin raised Shin as his grandson, who soaked up Merlin's teachings, developing shocking powers. However, when he became 15, his grandfather said, "I forgot to teach him common sense."
A lot of comedy in the PV that we saw for this series.
Yeah, there was a lot of comedy in the PV.
Yeah. Particularly Grandpa Merlin getting smacked around by this old lady.
Right.
So so if the nut doesn't fall too far from the other nut, this is going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, it has the potential anyway.
Yeah.
I really have hope for this one, and I'm sure that this one is going. I'm not sure. It's a good 75% chance.
You got a good feeling about it?
I got a good feeling about this.
I got a better feeling about this than
the last one.
Hitler Youth and Abyss.
Yeah.
Yes. So, definitely so.
So we'll see.
Yeah. Anyway.
And Silverlink has a decent track record as a studio as well.
But that premise just...
I forgot to teach him common sense.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And I'm also having flashbacks to Knights and Magic. I mean narration.
Again, could be good, could be awful.
Could be good, could be awful.
Guess we'll find out.
Anyway.
Next! Roby Hot. Okay, this one...
So, we were totally going to skip this one.
Just
like,
looking
to be
at
completely
everything.
honest. And then we did a little bit more digging in it. The director...
Shinji Takamatsu.
Shinji Takamatsu.
This guy, his resume. If
you could pull it up, I'd love to read it off.
Just the big 5 series this man has directed. Yeah, just wait for it, y'all.
Yeah, so Gintama.
Gintama, the director, you know.
Yes, the director
That's
of
his
Gintama.
baby, right?
He keep scrolling. He did
Danchi Kokusei no Nichijou.
Danchiko. He did Grand Blue. He directed
Nambaka.
And
School Rumble.
And School Rumble, which is one of my favorite series of all time.
All of those are exceptional comedies. And if you look in the voice credits, you have Tomokazu Sugita as an antagonist.
Which is awesome.
Oh, God.
So, like I said, we
Smart.
were going to skip this one, and then we did some digging. So, it is an original, so the director has a pretty...
Full reign. This is
it has a pretty...
Also a director for Sakamoto Desuga.
Oh, yeah.
Sakamoto.
Sakamoto Desuga as well.
But he's also worked on
it does pay to dig a little bit. Anyway, so you want to read that one off?
Yeah. In Neo Tokyo, in the near GC0051, I'm sure that's a Gundam reference. He actually, Takamatsu-san has worked on some Gundam series in the past too, so there you have it. Humanity has known of aliens for the last 50 years, obtained faster-than-light navigation technology, and formed a commonwealth of planets. Self-proclaimed freelance
reportage
writer, whatever, Robbie Yarge, that is his name, fails at work, so his contract is cut. His girlfriend leaves him, he nearly dies in a traffic accident, and debt collectors are after him. One day, a bag snatcher steals Robbie's bag, and a young man helps him. Thank you, Rizzo. Hachi Kita, an 18-year-old part-time worker, catches the criminal and returns Robbie's bag. However, Hachi turns up again in Robbie's life as a debt collector. Hachi explains that it's his part-time job working for the loan shark Yang. A cat-and-mouse chase begins, and Yang takes his subordinates Alio and Gra along for the ride. So, saw a little preview of this. Big-time vibes of Space Dandy. Maybe a little bit of Hakata Tonkotsu Ramen.
Oh, apparently, according to Mouse, the scriptwriter worked on No Come. Erabe.
Jeez. With all that comedic experience under his belt, this has to be funny.
I have really high hopes for this one.
You have my curiosity.
And I wanted to avoid the going into the Cowboy Bebop comparison immediately, but
yeah, I'm thinking more. You know, as I look a little bit closer into it, less Cowboy Bebop, more a la Star.
Yeah.
It immediately just like the first thing that popped into my mind was Space Dandy.
With all the colors and the just goofiness
and the ridiculousness. Yeah.
Space Nambaka.
Oh god, could very well be.
Actually, just like
I mean, with all the very bright colors here.
Yeah. The everyday lives of Space Nambaka.
Space Peter Parker runs away from the intergalactic loan sharks by way of Space Dandy. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I have high hopes for it. But it's still an unknown quantity, which is why it's yellow.
Yeah.
Anyway, so next one up,
Shumetsu Toshi.
Shometsu Toshi.
The Annihilated City.
Action, adventure, drama, fantasy, mystery, thriller by Madhouse. Based on a mobile game.
Right.
Yeah. And that'll explain why it's yellow.
Yep.
One day, a town is annihilated. Yuki is a young woman who is said to be the only person left alive from the town after the annihilation, and Takia is a loner and a smuggler. Together with the letter left by Yuki's father, they go towards the town, now called Lost.
How do you find your way to Lost?
But unexpected obstacles stand in their path.
Some annihilation that was.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
yeah, I really don't know. Did we watch the PVs for this one?
Yeah, we did.
We did?
I believe we watched the PVs for all the ones that we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it now.
So, comparisons. A little bit of Kino's journey, but maybe with a bit more action.
Director is the director of Bakura Minako Iso.
And Blood Lad.
And Lupin the Third.
I did Lupin the Third movie.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Normally we actually do shy away from the mobile games.
Yeah.
Or almost really anything that's based on a game. Like, unless we hear really good things
Like
about
Rage
it.
of Bahamut was a big exception, because Genesis was amazing. But
Well, as Tsunrai Kai or Kumo says, anime adaptations of mobile games can be pretty good.
Yeah.
But
I really don't know how this one is going to go. I don't have all that much hope for it.
I think it could just be like a sort of monster conflict of the week action fantasy series, which could fall flat, as series like that have done. But it could work out, though. So, again, hit or miss.
Yep.
There's a lot of that this season.
Yep.
Yep.
Also, I liked what I think Yuki said. Was it Yuki?
Somewhere back in the chat.
No, it was Mouse. And this is what Madhouse is doing instead of One Punch Man.
Poor guys. They ran out of money. They literally could not do it.
Fair enough. But still, that's a blunder on the scale of blockbuster.
Yeah, there was another anime we were gonna check out. What was it? God, that one. Which anime are we talking about? We're kind of just. That was the last one. Was Shumetsu Toshi?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kabukicho Sherlock. We were gonna watch that one, but it got delayed till October. So.
That's why we don't have a card for it.
Yep. Let's see. Was there anything else that we kind of wanted to touch on? There was that one by Mappa that people have been talking about for a while, but upon reading the description and seeing the director and scriptwriter working on it, we decided to eject.
That's a Kappa Krappa?
Yes, Mappa Kappa Krappa.
Kappa Krappa from Mappa.
I'm sorry, guys. I really have no hopes for that one. I don't really want to try.
Yeah.
And it really sounds
like Fujoshi trash.
Yeah.
Fujoshi bait. Big time Fujoshi bait.
It really does.
It's also on Netflix. Oh, jeez. Any more red flags you want to tell us about?
Are we watching Hitori Bochi? Which one's that one? Could you bring up all the red?
Oh, damn.
Hitori Boshi.
I think not if we haven't really mentioned it that at this point.
Yeah, we're not watching that one.
Yeah, nah.
I mean, it sounds cutesy, but
no, it sounds funny, but
yeah,
we got limited time and limited resources, so we gotta do what we can.
Gotta be ruthless. We watch what we watch and nothing more.
Yeah.
Well, backlog if we can ever swing it. But anyway.
So, in order to keep our sanity,
or what's left of it,
yeah.
So there it is. Take it or leave it.
I have hopes for everything green we're watching. I have hopes for Fairy Gone. We might actually do Fruits Baskets, and Kenja no Mago, and I think that's about it. Oh yeah, no, Robi Hachi.
So,
all the other ones I really don't have a hope for, but I want to give it a try. And then hopefully we can continue to chip away little by very, very little of our backlog, Chan.
Yeah, that's the other thing is we still don't want to overload because if we ever get any free time, thank you, work.
This is the part where I get depressed and hate all life.
But if we ever get any free time, thank you, work. Then we want to be able to work on backlog. So, I think that's actually about it for this one.
Put me in a cage like Aqua. I want to stay like this.
Please let us know about the decisions that we made on what we're watching and the decisions that we made on the Yellow series. And if you guys think that there's any of the other series that we've passed up that you believe really shouldn't have been, please let us know in the comments. DK would love to ignore them.
And I'd love to bring them up just to piss off DK.
I'm gonna son you, boy.
In terms of backlog, we still have a thing going on
We
with
still
our
have our
backlog.
rotation. Actually, what is next on the backlog whenever we get back to it? Because we did release a few episodes this season.
The next one to come out should be
Kino's Journey.
Kino's Journey. It's Kino's Journey, Hatsuaki Saibo, Overlord, Hoseki no Kuni, Mahotsukai no Yome, and Happy, and Iron Blood Orphans.
And then back up to Bunny Girl Senpai, Bento, Goblin Slayer, and Danchiko, and Zombieland Saga.
So we still have a list of things to do. It's just really getting into the set and getting things running smoothly at a timely manner.
Has proven to be very difficult, especially
quit laughing, guys.
Especially in the past few months.
Yeah.
Thank you, work.
Thanks, work.
Anyway,
you're the best. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this one.
Yep.
So as always, I'm Rizzo.
I'm Zero.
And I'm depressed.
See you next time.